What's up, everybody? Episode 149 of the All You Can Hear podcast. I am one of your 6 co-hosts, Tanner, and with me today, I have a lovely assortment of co-hosts.
It's Picante Pat.
Whoa.
Colt holding a very dangerously large Doritos chip.
Hey, we'll Colt watch this. Let's see what we're working with.
No.
Oh,
Yes.
that's a nice cock.
Nice cock.
Jonathan messed up. He should have said jalapeno Jonathan.
I was expecting Colt to say Cool Ranch Colt.
No, I don't
Oh,
really care.
it's Cool Ranch Cody.
You just cheap ass bitch.
And today, we did a little bit of a taste test.
This is the first time we've all been together in like 3 years.
Yeah, the first time since this podcast has started, all 6 of us have recorded together. That's
Yep.
pretty wild.
That is.
We did a Doritos taste test. We have 13 flavors. Cody, you want to read off those flavors for us?
Yes, and these are not any order, not even alphabetical.
No, it's just whatever order we picked them up in.
Oh,
Pretty
we're not
much.
recording. Go ahead.
Starting out at, so we have, okay, so should we go over criteria or what should we do? How should we do this?
Give me the names first.
Read the chips and then let's do criteria.
Okay,
before
these
we
are
go
the
into
chips
ranking.
we found. We have 13 of them. It's starting out with Salsa Verde, Tapatío flavored, spicy sweet chili, Flamin Hot Limón, limon, lime. It's Flamin Hot Lime. Spicy Nacho, Nacho Cheese Original. Like this is the original flavor. Organic white cheddar, taco.
He's not being random. That's a flavor.
That's a flavor.
Flames. Cool Ranch, Dynamite chili lemon or lemon or lime, spicy white cheddar, and Flamin Hot. That was a mess.
I will say the spicy white cheddar and the white cheddar are the organic ones.
Yes.
They're the Simply Organic.
Oh yeah.
Chips, which is like a weird collaboration, I guess, between. I guess Frito-Lay probably owns Simply Organic because they're Simply Organic of all the Frito-Lay chips. So but it's like a collaboration with them and Doritos. And as always, we have some criteria we use to rank them.
Right. So we have 3 different criteria. Well, 4 technically, but 3. We have the flavor. It's rated on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being delicious and 1 being cardboard. We had dust ratio. This is also like a flavor ratio. We're talking about how much, or flavor coverage, I should say. Mm-hmm. We're talking about how much flavor is spread across the chip. And that's also scaled on 1 to 10. 10 being super flavorful.
I'm just laughing because Jonathan just got up and just went and got Doritos.
Yeah.
Are they good?
10 being super flavorful, and 1 being like, it's very sparse. This mostly tastes like chip, or the tortilla chip. And then we have bag design, which is on a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being a really wonderful design, and 1 being they could have actually put effort into it.
Yeah.
We also have a third yes or no option, which is, does this taste match the name? And you'll find out as we go through.
So I guess we should start with the rankings.
No.
No.
So number 13. What do you guys think got number 13?
Oh, God.
What do you think came in dead last?
I think.
Spicy organic. Spicy organic.
Yeah, I think
Spicy organic or spicy nacho.
Spicy white cheddar.
I think the spicy white cheddar.
Spicy white cheddar did come in at number 13.
Yeah.
With a 3.9
Damn.
out of 10.
Lower than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it was super low. So let me get to that real quick. I gotta zoom on down my spreadsheet here.
He's not looking at the spreadsheet.
Not again.
So looking at those numbers, the lowest number obviously was the dust ratio. Mm-hmm. These were barely covered in any flavor. It mostly tasted like tortilla chip.
But when you did get the dusty chip, it was okay.
The second highest score on here was the bag design. This is a 3.9. It was kind of we kind of said that it was misleading because the chips on the bag are like an orangish color, and the chips in the bag were like
white
or yellow.
They had a tint, but like on the bag itself, they were so much darker.
Yeah, like on
and the bag looks like a baked or organic version of the spicy sweet
chili. Yeah.
Yeah, it just did not turn out right. And then of course the flavor came in at 5.3.
Yeah.
The person who loved these the most. Who do you think loved these the most, guys?
You or me?
I think it was me.
It was Pap.
It was Tanner, followed by Wenzel.
Oh,
The person who did not like these the least were me, Cody.
I was gonna say I love these.
I think
Spicy white cheddar?
Oh fuck no! I'm thinking of spicy sweet chili. I'm on a different wavelength. I'm just dreaming of Doritos.
I mean, I guess I can see it. Like when I tasted it, it just tasted like a regular chip. Not bad.
it tastes. It was not spicy at all. It tasted like white cheddar when you could actually taste the white cheddar. But also, we all agreed it had a weird fruity taste at the.
It's almost like rotten fruit.
Oh, well, I
Yeah,
didn't
like
agree with that.
like a fermented fruit. Well, some of us talked about it. And
Yeah,
it
well,
tasted really sweet. It was.
Some of us were kind of excluded.
It was really weird. It was a weird chip, and also they are organic, but they're actually not calorically or cholesterol-y or carbohydrate-y
Now-
healthier than any ordinary chip.
For those who don't know what organic means, they had to get these off of trees.
Yeah, these grew from the trees. But like the regular, I thought it was interesting because the way they're marketing them is like these are the healthy chip, but like the regular nacho cheese Doritos are healthier than both organic flavors we ate today, which I thought was funny.
Yeah, obviously organic may mean something to you, but in regard, they always tout organic as healthy, but
These are not the same thing as like the baked Doritos that were out years or so ago. I don't even know if you can get baked Doritos anymore.
You can get baked Lay's.
Can you still get baked Lay's?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
that's a big
The
thing.
baked
I
Doritos.
know a lot of sandwich places still have them.
Yeah.
Oh
man.
yeah, I'm sure you could probably find them at like sandwich.
I love the baked
places.
Lays. Baked Lays are
Baked
yeah,
barbecue Lay's or baked mesquite
yeah.
barbecue.
Oh yeah, those are always good.
Sweet.
Coming up at number
Mosquito.
12, the you guys were right again. Spicy nacho came at number
Yes.
12.
Yeah.
These were the flavor that was basically the original nacho flavor, but supposedly spicy.
Yeah. What was this? What was the final score on it? 'Cause I imagine that finished a good bit higher than 13.
It was the biggest gap was between the largest interval gap, I should say, the one step gap would be the 3.9 versus the spicy nachos 5.6.
Yeah.
So pretty big gap right there. Let me see if I can find the spicy nacho.
Pretty big gap.
So spicy nacho came in at 5.6, and let's see here. So the score that it scored the lowest on was the bag design. It
Yeah.
was very boring
Yeah.
bag design. It was just like dark red that I guess is supposed to hint at a spicier.
Yeah.
I don't know. The dust ratio came in second with a 5.4, and
It didn't really have a good dust ratio.
yeah,
No.
it was actually they felt less flavorful.
It was
The
pretty
chips that
sparse.
had more dust on them didn't really have that much, really.
To me, like with the spicy nacho, it sort of seemed like a slightly more potent version of the nacho cheese. I mean, it's very incrementally different in taste.
Yeah, like it's cheesier than the nacho cheese, but like I think we all agreed we couldn't taste any spice. Like it wasn't hot to us. Which
I mean, that could also be that our taste buds were.
well,
It wasn't warm though.
Yeah,
because I was able to taste the heat differences between
Yeah.
the hotter ones.
Yeah.
This one didn't.
this one didn't register like any heat, and maybe we just got a weird bag because I feel like I remember eating spicy nacho Doritos as like when I was younger and they were hotter. But I don't know if maybe they've changed the recipe. We just got a weird bag.
Yeah.
But we kind of got to go with what we got.
I guess I'm going to go ahead and admit it. Every time somebody passed me the bag, I coughed directly into the bag.
Oh, great.
So now you are all sick with bronchitis.
With bronchitis.
I don't know if that's how that
Just
works.
since you had it once, that means I can't catch it again.
Yeah.
I don't know. No.
It doesn't know every disease is like chickenpox. You're
Yep.
bulletproof for life.
All you
Yep.
gotta do is go inside a public restroom, lick the toilet seat, and you're immune to everything.
Yep.
Okay. Well, the flavor got 6.5, so a little bit above average there.
Toilet seat flavor.
The flavor had a little bit. It was very comparing it to the nacho cheese versus this. I think what we kind of knocked it down versus like the original nacho versus this. They've tasted very similar. This one was a little bit more onion forward, which I don't think was a bad thing. But I think the thing that got me about this was the fact that it was supposed to be spicy and it wasn't.
Yeah, it was not spicy nacho. It was nacho.
It felt like I felt like I got cheated a little bit.
Like
Yeah.
nacho +1.
Yeah, like it felt like just a slightly cheesier version of the nacho cheese. There's no spice at all.
Yeah.
It was a very. I will say, just with all these Doritos in general, I would say number 13, the organic spicy
White
nacho is the
cheddar.
one we all, or the spicy white cheddar is the one we all kind of universally agreed on was bad. But for the most part, most of us liked every other chip. And like
Yeah.
I would say, like on the average, like most of us were pretty high on like a
Yeah.
lot of the chips, like in general. So like when we got one that was disappointing, it was like extra disappointing just because like the Doritos standard
Was so high.
was so high. Yeah.
Up next, number 11, we had organic white cheddar.
Yep.
Yep.
That makes sense.
This was actually my favorite, like a new flavor that I tried today.
No.
It was good. I mean, that's the thing with all the rest of the chips, like at least a couple of us, if not the majority of us, think they're good.
Yeah.
It's just we were so high on like the ones we really liked.
So this one got a 5.7. And I'm going to have to pull out some of these numbers and make them a little bit longer because there are several ties.
Yeah.
So I think that's important to realize as we go through here. I did not realize there were so many ties. So the 5.7 was this was 5.7. The lowest score was a 4.6, and that was for the dust ratio. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
they were kind of
It's
sparse
the
in
organic
between.
chips. I don't know what's going on there.
I thought the flavor was well there. I actually think I had the highest score on this chip. I did. I had the highest score on this chip, but the second highest score the second lowest score was 5.8, which was the bag design. It's kind of average bag design, very kind of boring.
Yeah. I mean, it's different from other Doritos just because it's like the matte sort of bag instead of like super shiny, like bright color in your face.
Gamer bags.
But,
Yeah.
Yeah, but this is like going for that basic, like,
Yeah.
baked,
Like if you remember,
healthy look.
like it does look like a baked chip bag
Yeah.
because it has like the tan on the side with like the singular strip of color and then like Dorito in the middle. But the Simply Organic branding gets higher than the Doritos, so you kind of don't even know they're Doritos unless you're really looking at the
It's
bag.
a little busy.
Yeah, it's a pretty busy
way
bag.
too-
Also, for
busy.
some reason, whenever I look at the bag for the organic white cheddar, the first word that just comes to mind is gentrification.
There are some white people Doritos.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought they were delicious.
They were good. I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong.
Flavor came out at 6.8, so
Yeah.
it wasn't bad.
Which again, like that's our 11th out of 13th place chip, and the flavor was almost at a 7. Like that's to tell you like just how much we enjoyed the majority of these chips.
So at number 10, we're getting the top 10 now.
Okay.
The Flamin' Hot.
Oh,
Flamin'
Wow.
Hot Cheetos.
Just the Flamin' Hot, not the Flamin' Hot Lime.
Yeah.
the
Flamin'
Flamin'
Hot Cheetos.
I'm kind of surprised the Flamin' Hot did, and that was the very last chip we tried.
Yeah, I was surprised it got as high as it did.
This is a chip that pretty much had all 6s across the board.
Yeah.
This chip, so the person who liked the chip the most here it was a tie between Tanner and Jonathan. They both got a 6.5 on that.
Yeah.
They had the exact same numbers, just in opposite orders.
Let me tell you, these chips, red.
yeah, very red, and the heat builds very slowly.
Yeah,
this
you
is
could-
what
yeah.
I felt like this one was what the spicy nacho should have been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That-
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it tasted like nacho. Or because it was called, technically Flamin' Hot Nacho is what they called them.
Yeah.
But it was supposed to be, but this is what it should have been. So so the highest score of that was a 6.3, and that was on the bag design. I don't know why we liked the bag a lot.
The Flamin' Hot bags were a little different because like the logo was scorched. It had like the little Flamin' Hot dude on them, and it was just instead of being like a singular color like the majority of the bags, it had like something going on with it. So I
Right.
think that's kind of where we landed on that.
And so looking at the second highest score was the flavor, and that was 6.1. And the dust ratio was a 6, straight 6. Because they were kind of sparse. Some were like really dark, and some
Yeah.
of them weren't as much.
Yeah,
all of them had flavor.
Yeah, all of them had flavor. Some of them you would get would be like almost yellow on the back, but then some of them you got had so much of the like dust on it that they were like, I mean,
Or almost black.
think of a Flamin' Hot Cheeto as how red the most red chips were.
Yeah.
Which is an unnatural color for Doritos.
One thing I will say is how interesting how each of the spicier chips have like a different like spicy reaction to it, like in your mouth.
Yeah.
Because I was saying with these Flamin' Hot Nacho, there wasn't like an immediate heat sensation for me. Like the first bite, fine, and then like there's a weird like burst of heat came from like the base of the back of my tongue. That kind of just came up from below. It's very odd seeing how each spice kind of reacts differently to your palate.
Yeah, it was weird going through that because I always like if you tell me to eat like a Flamin' Hot anything, I kind of expect it to react the same. But like as we found out, like Flamin' Hot and like the sweet spicy and the chili all didn't like match heat wise. Like some would make it hot in the back of your throat going forward. Some would get really hot at the tip of your tongue, go back. Some of them would be in the middle of your tongue. It was bizarre. So I don't know. It was a very interesting experiment with Doritos.
It was. So coming up at number, I gotta fix something. Hold on. I'm sorry, guys. Coming up at number 9, we have Salsa Verde with a 7.36.
Yeah, which is like I like the Salsa Verde chips. That was the very first chip we tried. So, but like as far as Salsa Verde goes, it tasted like a green salsa, but it didn't taste like, I guess, the classic Salsa Verde, because the classic Salsa Verde to me kind of has like a little bit of a limey taste, and this did not have any lime in it, which it really didn't need because Dorito has plenty of lime flavors.
When you think of Salsa Verde, you think of like not necessarily lime, but like some acid.
Yeah,
right?
some acid in there.
So it's from like the tomatillos or whatever they may be. But you do expect some lime, maybe some cilantro as well. None of that came through, but you did get like some really fresh peppers. It felt like a fresh salsa.
Yeah.
It didn't taste like Salsa Verde. It tasted like fresh salsa.
Yep.
And I really enjoyed that. So it did get a 7.36.
It was a good chip.
It was alright.
The bag was like super fucking bland.
So,
You say that, but it looked exactly the same as like
No, it
4
didn't.
other bags,
Now,
but green.
this is where we start getting into the higher numbers here. The bag design was a 5.3. Okay. The flavor was an 8.1.
That's
And
nuts.
the dust ratio was an 8.8.
Yeah.
They had a really good dust ratio, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
some of the better covered chips.
And and we did say yes, it did taste like Salsa Verde.
Yeah.
Yes, it did.
It tasted like Salsa Verde in the sense that it tasted like a fresh salsa, but it didn't taste like if you eat one of these Doritos and expect like the old Taco Bell Salsa Verde, it doesn't taste like that.
If you've ever eaten a green crayon or like
Yeah, it tastes like a green crayon.
yeah, or like you got like that oil paint oxide of I can't remember what it's called, but it's green. Eat that.
Yeah.
Don't eat that.
Also, I kind of wish, this is kind of greedy, I kind of wish the chips were green.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
kind of cool.
Well, I wish they still had the guacamole
about to
Doritos.
say-
I was about to say the guacamole chips were green.
Fucking speaking of green, I forgot to say this while we were eating. I'm glad I didn't. But I remember as a kid, I would eat the spicy nachos so much, my shit was always green.
Okay.
I'm glad you told us that, Wenzel.
Okay, so coming in number 8 is the spicy sweet chili.
What the?
Whoa.
That's lower than I thought.
I thought that was
This,
going to...
this was practically tied with Salsa Verde. This
Okay.
was Salsa Verde was a 7.36. This is a 7.37.
Wow.
So very, very, we're getting into the minor details here. Wow. So the lowest score there was the dust ratio with a 6.3.
Yeah.
They were skipped. There was a lot of flavor
Yeah.
within the
Yeah.
dust, but you did get some of the tortilla flavor through there.
Yep.
Yep.
What was the taste on those?
Well, let me get to the
Okay,
bag
bag.
design was 7.
Okay.
Was just a straight 7.
Because we all love purple.
It's a very nice purple.
Yeah.
And the flavor was an 8.8.
That is
wow.
It was a
insane.
fucking delicious.
The person who liked these the most were actually Tanner with a 7.73.
Oh.
And Colt coming in actually Colt liked them the second least compared to everybody else.
Man, I love
Wow.
them.
And like we said, those are awesome chips. I expected those to finish top 5.
Yeah.
Like if you would have asked
Colt,
me,
you give them an 8.5 in flavor. Everyone else gave it like 9.
Because there was another one that I thought was better.
Ah.
yeah, I mean,
I thought these were very nostalgic. They were very garlicky up front.
Yeah.
If you like a garlicky Dorito, if you like a garlicky anything, you need to get these chips because they're so garlicky up front and they're so good. I love them.
yeah. I mean, like every chip we have talked about is good within the top 10. Like I would say the only ones to kind of stay away from would be the spicy white cheddar,
But then again, that just depends
and
on
that
the taste.
totally depends on your palate. I thought they tasted fine.
I mean, they were just at very like middle of the road.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But I'm shocked that spicy sweet chili.
Yeah, I'm sure you are.
I'm shocked. Number 8 will shock you.
Number 8 was Jackie.
Give me 1 second.
Number 8, fuck my wife.
SpongeBob fucked my wife.
Man,
We are dragging stuff from our
ride.
our mindscapes, Wenzel.
Cock and ball torture.
Why are
Stop.
you
That was not SpongeBob.
No, I've seen a good bit of SpongeBob.
SpongeBob is fuck wife sloppy seconds.
I did watch the SpongeBob movie like 2 weeks ago. Pretty good. It holds up. The pinnacle of Western animation.
Does it have cock?
No.
Oh,
Okay, coming in number 7.
Cody was doing math stuff, so we had to stall.
Thanks for cock and ball torture as a stall, guys. Really increasing the quality of this podcast. So number 7 came in Flamin Hot Lemon or Lime. Flamin' Hot Lime.
good? Well, it should be lower.
Flamin' Hot Lime
Fuck you.
came in at a 7.51.
Okay.
It's probably, honestly, close. It's actually 7.52, but that's fine. That's fine. So 7.51. So the lowest score that we had is actually a tie between the two. The lowest score was shared between the flavor and the dust ratio at 7.3 each.
Okay.
And the bag design came in at an 8. Everyone loved the bag design here.
The bag design for the Flamin' Hot ones are pretty good, and like the ones with lime in it usually has like a lighter green and like a lime on it. Like because we were judging the bags against other Dorito bags. So like as far as Dorito bags go, like this one's pretty good.
it was
This
fun.
one was very sour. Like
Yeah.
this had a very sour lime
Yeah.
flavor.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It had a lot of citric acid.
Am I mistaken? Did there not used to be just lime Doritos?
Maybe. Who knows?
I know there's been lime
think so.
Lays.
And there's been lime Tostinos. Or
yeah,
Tostitos,
the
whatever they're called.
Tostito hint of lime chips are amazing.
Those are very good.
But these are the first lime chip I've ever had that were actually sour. Like they were so limey. And don't get me wrong, because the Flamin' Hot, they were probably one of the hotter chips we ate too.
They're good.
And it was sour. There was a lot going on in my mouth. But I loved them.
And just going back to what was just like to me, the visualization of the taste, like when I ate the Flamin' Hot limon, there's like it's this
Get
weird
closer to your
like,
mic.
like radiating
Pat, get closer to your mic.
radiating
There you
the
go.
flavor of the lime, and it's sort of weird. Like it's just weird. Like I imagine just like this like an atom bomb, just like dome of just lime flavor, just like it's spreading across my tongue. And compared to the other sort of lime and sour flavors, this has a very interesting, I guess, enveloping of flavor on my mouth. Because I'm a very visual person. So I'm just imagining what's happening in my mouth.
He basically imagined Hiroshima in his mouth.
Why would he do that? That's fucked
I don't
up.
know.
The
Ask
fuck
him.
is wrong with you, Pat?
You're putting words in my mouth.
So yeah, sour chips. But they were like they were so limey. They were sour. Like it,
Limey.
Stop it.
But the thing is, though, there's other lime flavors later on.
that also don't. It's weird. The lime chips in general are kind of weird.
Just know that this one was sour.
Yeah,
This one
was
is
sour.
the only one that was sour out
Yeah.
of all the lime chips we had.
Yep.
Moving on to the next one.
Number
Dynamite.
Number 6
I'm
is
assuming.
the nacho cheese.
Huh.
The original nacho cheese.
Wow.
The original doesn't break the top 5.
Boomers.
Wow. What did it finish at? The final
Oh,
score?
yeah. 7.53.
Huh.
So not that much higher.
Not that much higher than the Flamin' Hot. I mean, everybody listening to this has eaten a nacho cheese Dorito at some point.
Yeah.
So the lowest score we gave it was a 6.9, and that was for the bag design.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a red bag.
Yeah.
It's classic, but
Yeah.
it's red.
Yeah, I think most of us even gave it a boost because of the nostalgia factor.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, boomers.
The dust ratio came in second with a 7.7. Not bad.
Yeah.
And the flavor came in at an 8.
yeah.
So, and the person who liked these the most were Tanner again, with an 8.06 or 8.07. I'm sorry, and Jonathan with an 8. The person who liked these the least were me. No, I'm sorry, not me. Colt and Wenzel with both a 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're
I
just-
mean, good chips.
I don't seek them out, but if they're there, I will eat them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like if like I'm somewhere that has like the original flavor of like chips, like if I had to choose between original Lay's and original Doritos, I'm choosing those Doritos every day of the
The
week.
perfect Doritos chip is one that has such sharp corners that when you put it in your mouth, you're at risk of stabbing.
You bleed a little bit.
Yeah.
I have cut my mouth before on a Dorito.
Yeah,
Keep
it's
stalling.
awful.
I definitely think that the Nacho Cheese Dorito is probably one of the strongest default flavors for a chip.
I said this
Oh, yeah.
before, but Daniel Craig is retiring from being a Bond because his balls are fucking beaten to death.
Is that true?
No,
Oh.
no, it's not. But-
I mean,
You're lying sack of
spoiler for
shit.
Casino Royale.
I could definitely see like Daniel Craig just being out there. It's like there's just so many stunts and like just my balls, man.
Yeah.
And they hurt. It's like I mean I imagine what's eventually going to happen to Tom Cruise is after all these Mission Impossibles, he's just like, man, I can't take it anymore. Like I have hit myself in the balls thousands of times.
Oh no,
well,
this is from Mads beating him in the balls.
Yeah.
Apparently, with the whole Tom Cruise thing, with the newest Mission Impossible movie that's coming out, even the stunt coordinator for that movie is saying, "I'm scared about what we're doing."
Oh yeah, and they're supposed to be doing like 2 or 3 more Mission Impossibles. And let me tell you, there were some stunts in Fallout that Tom Cruise did that like he could have died.
Oh yeah,
Like that one scene with the plane,
Yeah.
and he lands on the sandbag.
Yeah.
the dude could have legit died, and that was Tom Cruise. And Tom Cruise is old now; he's in his 50s,
Yep.
Yeah.
or close to it.
It's late 50s.
And that dude is getting it. So I don't know,
I was
maybe
going to say that I thought the nachos were more cheesy than the spicy nachos.
we're not talking about that.
what are you even talking about?
What?
So we're in the top 5 now.
Now we're in the top 5.
Okay.
And that was the last time I needed this to stall. So number 5, we have. What do y'all think number 5 is?
I'm
I'm
Dynamite.
going to say Cool Ranch.
Oh, Cool Ranch.
going to say the Dynamites.
I would say Cool Ranch.
You're all wrong. It's Flamas or Flames.
Wow.
I don't know how it made it up so far.
Oh, fiery.
Fuck off, Colt. They
I
were really good.
I love the Flamas. I think
So
I did too.
yeah.
these had a different kind of heat to them, but the other cool thing about these were that they were lime as well. It was basically the Flamin' Hot lime, but with a different spicy flavor, and the lime tasted more like lime without the citric acid.
Yep.
So,
These chips were not sour.
yeah, these were not sour. And remember that how we just described that because those will come up later.
What was that final score for the?
7.58.
Oh.
Wow. So not too much of.
There's
the
not
difference.
too much variation between
Huh.
these. So much so that like I had to. It was actually
You had to go up to the hundreds.
yeah. So the lowest score we gave it was for the bag design at a 6.7.
Yeah.
Doritos bags. Honestly, it's the name. It's the name brand.
There's a
It's
cat.
the brand of the name and the flavors that bring people in. Because god damn it, their bag designs are so average.
Their bag designs are. I mean, to say average, but even comparing it to other chip bags, like
I'd say they're more poppy. Like they're like.
I will say
a
just
lot
because they have
better.
so many colors, but they're so boring.
They're brighter on the shelf.
Yeah.
It was overstimulating for me.
So I mean, legit. Like, if I were to look at a Dorito aisle and have those 13 Doritos looking at me, I'd be like, too much.
Yeah. And so we gave it 6.7 for the bag design. The second lowest score was actually the flavor with a 7.5. We really enjoyed the dust ratio on this particular
They were
chip.
fucking packed.
Oh yeah. They were
And we gave it an 8.6. And also I should say that we said that these do not taste like fire or flames.
They did not taste like fire. Yeah, man, I'm just going back to the bag design. Like, I'm thinking, like, I think this was one of the bag designs we said that at least popped out a little more. And it's because there was a singular chili pepper on it and a half a lime.
Yeah,
Like,
it told us that they needed that because
Yeah, it told
how are
you-
you going to name a brand Flamas
Yeah.
and people be like, know what that means?
it's so weird with Doritos right now that they have like 4 or 5 different things they call hot chips.
and they're on fire.
And like
and they all taste very similar.
Yeah.
But also like
just different enough. Like the spicy nacho, the Flamas, Flamin' Hot, the Dynamites that we'll get to in a minute. Like they have like 4 or 5 different names for their hot chip, just hot chip.
I do hate that we did not get the jacked.
Yeah, we couldn't find the jacked.
Because there are currently 15 flavors of Doritos out, and the only ones we could not find were Blaze, Poppin' Jalapeno, the Buffalo Ranch, and the Jat. ranch dipped hot wings.
100%. The Jack Ranch, that one probably would have won. Like, no lie. Those are so good.
I usually don't. The only thing with the Doritos that mix the buffalo with the ranch, and I always feel like those Doritos smell like shit.
Oh, they do. They stink.
They stink so bad.
But they're so
No, they're
delicious.
good. Yeah.
For my
So,
chips, I eat raw pasta.
Raw pasta.
There's Flames. Okay, so we're still in the top 5. Here we're going to number 4.
Number 4. Okay.
Number 4 was
Death Stranding.
Cool Ranch.
Cool. Wow. Cool Ranch.
I'm kind of mad.
I'm shocked that I did not make the top 3 based off of nostalgia scores, because I believe Cool Ranch had a couple of 10s thrown in certain categories.
Yes, here's the fun part, though. The top 3 are, like, heavily far above these two. Like, it's kind of fucking wild what number 1 is.
I'm interested to see what number 1 is.
Yeah.
So Cool Ranch, so 7.63 was the number.
So again, not even that high.
Not that much higher than the rest. I was the one who liked these the most. I gave them a 9.16. Jonathan liked them, and Wenzel liked them the second most, both with 8s. Colt liked these the least with a 6.3.
Hater.
So the
They're
average,
okay.
the lowest score we gave it was a 7.5 for the bag design.
Yeah.
I can give it that. It's just blue, but it's good color blue. Reminds
It
me
is
of-
is a good blue.
Yep. 6.6 was the dust ratio. So we thought the coverage was pretty average.
Despite the fact that we got the bag and said now with more ranch on it.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what we were eating before. I mean, like, seriously, these tasted more Cool Ranch than other chips I've eaten that tasted like Cool Ranch, though. So that should
I don't
say
really
something.
know of any other chips flavors.
I'm talking about, like, prior to this
Oh,
new, more Cool Ranch.
See, I like because Cool Ranch is never the flavor of Dorito I go for. I would really be interested to compare a regular Cool Ranch Dorito with these more Cool Ranch flavoring Doritos, because it looked like to me there was more dust on them than before, but I don't know if I tasted the difference.
The thing
It's
is,
not bigger dust. It's just not more dust. It's just bigger granular.
Bigger dust.
for some reason, my brain connects Cool Ranch Doritos, like, full of flavor and all the little speckles all over it, with the original base set Pokemon holographics, and I don't know why.
Oh, that is weird.
You know how the holographics were kind of speckled and stuff?
No, I know
Oh,
what you're
because
talking
you
about.
wipe the dust on the cards.
Yeah, okay. Okay, you're the one who hole punched
Yeah,
them.
and I'll do it again, bitch.
There's so many cards that we lost because Colt decided to hole punch them.
Oh, I'm sure.
my god.
hey, there were evolutions. I didn't want spoilers, dude.
Are you serious?
No, I just did it because I wanted to.
Oh,
And he also wrote his name on them and everything.
They were mine.
Oh my god, I'm so
I
sorry.
regret it now, 100%.
that
but,
gives me also anxiety.
Yeah.
but I did it, and you know what? No regrets, but I regret it.
And no one thought that he was in the wrong. Dude was like, you told me I could have him.
So now we're in the top
brother.
3.
Okay, we're in the top 3. Number 3 was a fan favorite. Was one that kind of threw up a surprise. It was Taco.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought.
I was rooting for Taco to win.
I think I know what's going to win.
Yeah.
Taco came in with a 7.9.
Yeah.
So 3 points better than what we are.
Yeah.
What was it?
Point 3.
Yeah, 0.3 points better. 7.9. The highest score I think we should start with first was a 9.4, and that was the bag design. Because they used the classic Dorito bag design from like
Yep.
the 60s, 70s.
Yeah. It looked really, really cool. I mean, it looked like an old school Dorito logo, which it was. It is the old school Dorito logo. And comparing it to other Dorito bags, it's so much higher in quality. It's not even a great bag design in itself, but compared to the other Dorito bags, it's almost perfect.
Yeah, whatever,
Yeah.
boomer.
And the other scores, the dust ratio came in last with a 6.5, and the flavor was a 7.8. And it did taste like taco.
Yeah.
It tasted like,
Tastes like
if you've ever seasoned ground beef, it tasted like
What's
that.
wrong, Pat? Are you okay?
Just when Cody made a face looking like a puke.
I was imagining that video we watched earlier. Yeah. We can't talk about it. Anywho, so yeah, 7.9 was that score. I really like these. You could taste the cumin. The person who liked these the least was Wenzel at a 6.3. Person who liked these the most were Tanner with an 8.6.
It's coming.
So, okay. All right, Wenzel. All right, we ready to move on to the top 2?
Final
boy.
2.
I know which two it's
All right.
between, but
I think I know which one is
It's
number
What do you
one.
think is number 1?
I think this is the Dynamite.
it's the Dynamite.
Dynamite.
The dynamite.
Wenzel?
Dinamita.
Number 1 is Dynamite.
Yeah.
Number 2 is Tapatío.
We should say the Dynamite ones are shaped. They're rolled like Takis.
Yeah.
We should. They're not like proper tortilla chips. They're rolled like.
And they were
Takis.
kind of chosen because we wanted an extra. Like,
we had to compensate for the fact that we couldn't find the other extra flavors. So, but it's still a Dorito.
It's a
Yeah,
Dorito.
it's a
still
Dorito.
valid.
So, well, yeah, give us the scores on those.
So Tapatío, number 2, came in with an 8.1, and Dynamite Chili Lemon Lime, whatever, had an 8.7.
Holy crap!
Yeah,
Jesus.
like whenever I was sitting here reading, I was like, "This is gonna win." Like I was just looking at the numbers. So let's start out with Tapatío. Let's talk about Tapatío real quick.
Tapatío
Obviously-
is my new favorite Dorito flavor. I love them so much. It tastes like enchiladas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Tapatío is obviously a brand of hot sauce. If you don't know, it's usually a white bottle with a guy with a sombrero on it in the front. This one was delicious because it did taste like an enchilada. Here where we're from, there's a restaurant called, or a fast food / a lot of people hate it. It's called Taco Casa. If you're from out of town, you're going to look at it and be like, this is not human food.
But
It's not
But-
good.
but-
It looks like dog food.
But for like
But it's
Tuscaloosa
delicious.
residents, everybody here fucking
yeah,
loves
it's
it.
so
a,
good.
it's a classic
It's an
thing here.
institution here.
It's an institution. Obviously, it's Tuscaloosa's version of like Mexican food from like the 70s. So you can imagine what that's like.
It's supposed to be like an Alabama version of Del Taco.
There's
And
a burger with taco meat on it. It's just
It's
just
so good.
taco meat in a
It's-
bun.
it's-
You can get some of the chicken on it too.
It's
So
a taco
they-
burger. It's good, but also it looks like fucking dog food.
yeah,
yeah, it does.
So they have enchiladas. So they have enchiladas there, and like everyone at the table here loves it, right?
Yeah,
I love enchiladas.
Actually, the night that Colt was born, I had Taco Casa with like a taco burger.
So I tasted it inside the womb.
Hold on.
I do want to say, because I've been doing keto recently. I've been getting the enchiladas without the shell, and if y'all thought it looked like dog food before, get them without the shell, because it
Enchilada
literally
without shell. That's just meat with sauce.
it's the meat and cheese and enchilada sauce.
Yeah.
It's very good.
It's so good
and it
without the
tastes
bet
shell.
it
just
is.
like these chips, which is why we got on this conversation in the first place. So the final the lowest score was a 7.2, and that was for the bag design. The bag design was way better than anything else in this grouping, except for the number 1, which is Dynamite Chili Lemon. I didn't really care for it. It has 7.2. The second highest score was the flavor with an 8.4, but the dust ratio is where it got it. They were bright red, delicious, not unnaturally red either,
Yeah.
and they were 8.8.
Yeah, God, those were good chips, and apparently they're limited time or limited
They're
quantities.
not so much a limited flavors, it's more like they're just a scarce flavor because the grocery store we got these from, they only have these occasionally. And friend of the show, Ken, he'll buy like 4 or 5 bags at a city because these are his favorite flavor, and he
Oh,
introduced
yeah.
me and Johnson to them, and they're amazing.
I wonder if maybe it's like a regional thing
Possibly.
too. Like, I wonder if you could find like Tapatío Doritos in Vermont.
So the people who liked these the most were, well, I was number 1 with an 8.6, and Pat, you liked them with an 8.5. The person who hated this the least was...
You mean hated it the most or liked it the least?
Hated it most. Is that what I said? Is that right?
You said hated the least.
Oh, sorry. Was, holy shit.
Well,
It is a tie between Jonathan and Colt. But the hate is a...
yeah, I fucking
Like-
hated these.
Like them less than the others at
Yeah.
7.8.
Yeah, the only problem I
so-
have with the Tapatíos, I can only eat like 2 at a time.
Yeah,
the heat builds pretty quickly with these.
No, it's just bait.
No,
I didn't feel
Fuck
like
off.
I didn't feel like the heat build a ton. The only thing is, it does not taste like Tapatío hot sauce.
Oh,
but,
no.
But it tastes better than standalone Tapatío hot sauce, because Tapatío hot sauce, like, I like it, but it's not like my go-to hot sauce at all. But the fact that it tastes like a enchilada, perfect.
Yeah,
so
they
good.
just rename it enchilada Doritos.
Honestly, if they renamed it enchilada Doritos, like, it would work.
Yeah.
So let's talk about number 1. Number 1 is an 8.7.
That's insane. I did not expect that big of a gap.
Dynamite Chili Lime. So they are. So starting out with the lowest score was an 8.1 was the flavor. Starting number 2, second lowest score was the bag design, but the dust ratio got a solid 9.7.
Them bitches covered.
They were covered.
Yeah.
So I want to say, for people asking, like, what's the difference between like the Dynamite Chili Lime and like the regular chili lime we ate and the Flamin Hot Lime, is with these
Flamas.
Yeah, the Flamas. I feel like with these, and I think we all kind of agreed on it, these had a slight burnt chip quality to them. Not too much where you're like, oh, these are gross, but just enough to be like, ooh, these stayed in the oven like 20 seconds too long, but they're perfect. Like they're just scorched on the corners, except these are rolled. It's so good. And it had the flavor was closer to the Flamas, where they weren't sour. And they were a little hotter than the Flamas. They tasted like a Taki. I mean, like really. Like these and the Flamas both tasted like Takis, but these also have the shape of Takis, but they also have the benefit of being a little extra crispy, and I think that's what pushed it over.
The extra crispiness really changed that flavor. And as someone who's a fan of Takis, I would say that these were better than Takis.
Oh yeah, I think these are better than Takis.
I think I like these better than Takis.
Yep.
I don't know if anyone else had the same experience I did. At first, they're not really spicy. It's another build heat chip, and it didn't really affect the front of my mouth. It affected the uterus in the back of my mouth. It just like burnt. Very specifically.
They call it the wrong body part. It's called your urethra.
Oh, my urethra in the back of my mouth was burning really badly. No one to say anything?
I was thinking of something to say. The thing with these though, because they were so covered in the dust, is the heat hit the back of your throat, and this heat stayed with you the longest, even though they were not not even close to the hottest chip. But it stuck with you for several minutes. And also with all of these red chips, like my fingers are still like kind of red after 2 washings of them. Like they stain you. And it's not like we were eating hands full of these chips. We were eating like 2 or 3 of them.
I just got my pointy finger and my thumb dusted.
Because definitely the Dynamite, they're the most unhealthy, unnatural shade of red. Because there was the Flamin Hots, then it's the Flamas, the Tapatío, then this is just like, it's almost like a deep burgundy or something. To me, they almost felt wet because they're just so dense with the powder. It was really weird.
And I know what you're talking about because I feel like I get that with Takis. I didn't get that with these, but I usually get that with Takis.
I didn't get them with these two, but I do get it with Takis. But if I hadn't had Takis before, I think I would see what you're saying.
I would love to compare these to like the lime Takis.
You know what? I'd love to just put these like on an oven or something, and they have them strained so that the juice just falls into a little vat.
They're not juicy.
Juicy.
Okay. Different flavored milks flavored with Doritos.
With Doritos? It's all cheese. It's all
You've
cheese.
heard of cereal milk. Welcome to Dorito milk.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
Baby.
Oh, yeah, baby.
I think I just came up with the April Fool's episode of this year. But we actually all get sick, so really we're pranking.
Oh, man.
Pranks on us. But yeah, so there we go. I'm going to read down from number 13 up to number 1. I'll read up, I guess. Spicy white cheddar at number 13. Spicy nacho at number 12. Number 11 is our organic white cheddar. At number 10, it's Flamin Hot. Number 9, Salsa Verde. Number 8, spicy sweet chili.
Biggest crime.
Number 7, Flamin Hot Limón. 6, Nacho Cheese. 5, Flamas. 4, Cool Ranch. 3, Taco. 2, Tapatío. And number 1, Dynamite Chili Limon.
My question is, what were the tops in every category?
Oh, that's a good question, Pat.
That is a good question.
Well, we're stalling for Cody.
Son of a bitch. So I have okay.
What was everyone's favorites of the 13 fucking Doritos we had?
My favorite was the taco flavor. I had never had the taco flavor. It hit me out of nowhere of how good it was. I feel like, and I said this when we were eating them, I feel like the taco flavor is one of the only few kind of flavor of Doritos that you can make nachos with and it not cover up the flavor. It actually enhance the nachos because you can make nachos with like the regular nacho cheese Doritos, but I feel like it's not near as good as just regular tortilla chips. But you can do it with the taco. Also, the Tapatío ones were top tier, and I loved all the chili lime ones.
For me, it would be a taco would be my favorite, and then Tapatío and sweet chili. Those are my 3, and they're easily top tier. And of course, nacho cheese, you can't go wrong. But as someone who's like slowly become acclimated to heat, I really do enjoy like that smoky kind of heat that comes with the Tapatío and the sweet chili. It has a great balance between the hot and like the saccharine taste of that flavor. I really enjoy those 3.
For me, like I said, Tapatío and spicy sweet chili, both fantastic. Taco third.
I really liked all the lime flavors. One I was really surprised with was the Salsa Verde. I really liked
Salsa Verde ones were good.
So
Fuck Wenzel.
the highest flavor was Cool Ranch.
Fuck Wenzel,
An 8.8. 8.8 was Cool Ranch. That was the highest flavor. So that was the most favorite flavor. The favorite dust ratio was the Dynamite Chili Lime.
Wow, you really full on sent it, didn't you? Wenzel didn't even get to go. You're like, fuck this dude.
I was over it. And the favorite bag design was for taco.
Okay.
Go ahead, Wenzel.
What was your favorite chip, Wenzel?
I don't really like Doritos. I like the sweet spicy chili, but that's kind of it.
Yeah.
I'm sitting here thinking about the taco flavor right
No,
now.
shut up.
so-
No. We're done. The podcast is over.
Whatever.
The taco ones were really good. Is that a podcast?
I think it was
I
a
believe so.
podcast. My uterus is burning.
Cody,
and,
if you don't get back into your plugs, you're out.
Thank you, everybody, for listening to this week's episode of the All You Can Hear podcast. As always, you can check us out on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Overcast, all your favorite RSS feed catchers. You can leave us a like, a review, a subscription, a rating. It helps us out tremendously. Give us 5 stars on Apple Podcasts. Give us a 5-star rating on Google Podcasts. Helps us out a ton. You can follow us on Twitter at AYCH Podcast. Follow us on Instagram at AYCH Podcast. Follow us on twitch.tv/AllYouCanHear and subscribe to our YouTube channel where all our Twitch VODs go. That's All You Can Hear on YouTube. And you can follow me, Tanner, on Twitter at Tanner1495.
This is Patrick. Thank you all for listening. You can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at John Lost His Name. You can follow my art on Facebook at John Lost His Name Art. And let us know about the flavors we missed and how you think they would fit into our rankings. And what do you think about our rankings? Are we right? Are we wrong? Let us know.
We're right. I would have loved to try the Blaze ones, though.
I begged Cody to wait till after we fucking plug to open up a bag of chips. My name's Colt. Follow me on Twitter at ColtD00. Do me a favor and just take a bag of Doritos and just stick your dick in it.
Oh, God.
That's it. If you can.
You can follow me. My name is Jonathan. You can follow me on Twitter and Letterboxd at JohnNewton712.
Let's see what we're working with here.
Yeah,
that's a nice cock. My name is Wenzel. Thank you for listening. You follow me on Twitter at WinzyWiki. You can follow my art Instagram at WorldOfWinzy. Please, I'm sick. Buy my stuff. Please.
Also, I fully expect Cody to eat those spicy Doritos and then scratch his balls and get spicy dick.
Oh, you better not put your hand back in there. Stop. Don't even play, bitch.
Oh, hello. My name's Cody. Follow me at CODDOC11 on Instagram and Letterboxd. Bye-bye.
Night-night.
Let's see what we're working with here. Oh, that's a nice cock.
God, it's very